Hello guys and welcome back to TNT Madness. Today we're going to be looking at yet another anti-sand slash hybrid cannon war. God, I bet you guys are getting sick of this by now. It's 3 weeks in a row. Also, I'm not actually recording this on the normal Tuesday. I'm actually recording it on the Tuesday prior because I have got my head 10 inches deep or 10 feet deep into books right now, and today I'll be doing tons of exams and I'll probably be half dead by the time this actually goes out, so I might as well do this while I'm still sane. So anyway, what this is it's another hybrid cannon war, but this one is very unique as it does not actually capture sand or break sand. It does something very unique, and that is we have got a 45-degree angle right in front of us, and that is because when sand hits it, it'll just fall because there is nowhere for it to land. And you can sand stack all you like to get up here, but if you put something like an anti-water wall or something under it, then they're going to have no hope of getting into your base, so you're going to have just the time of your life of this thing. So this is pretty much just another one of those walls that can help you protect against your base, which I think is one of the most powerful walls for defense in the game. And the main reason I'm doing all these walls instead of like TNT powered redstone in there is because I want to get all these walls done before I actually do my pretty much unraidable base in Minecraft, because the other one was near unraidable and that was really just for people starting out, and I just wanted to see how it would go and how you guys would react to my new series, How Do Factions. And so far it has gone down extremely well, like so well I just can't imagine it. Like, I didn't really expect anything like that. I wanted to do more redstone than TNT, even though I love TNT. So yeah, I've actually sort of moved over to liking TNT more than redstone, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, that's pretty much what this wall does, and if somehow they manage to break through the actual wall, then water will just fall down, and then they'll have another obstacle to overcome, as they cannot blow up the TNT on the bottom side. So I would recommend you make this at least 2 layers, but let's actually see this in action so you can actually get a good idea of how this works. So what we have here is just our general 3x3 slime block hybrid cannon. If you haven't seen the video for this, then there'll be a link in the description below, and probably on the video now find those new code sort of type thingies. And this is just a really simple and easy to build hybrid cannon that I use pretty much basically as my main hybrid cannon now. So if you want to see that, then you can go back and check the other video. So that's pretty much all this is here for. So all we have here is just our wall, and if we go down here and press the button, we can see the sand hits it and just falls down. Pretty much exactly what I said. It also does it for the TNT, so if we look at that again, that's really all it does, is because it stops it in its tracks, because there's no way it can actually hit anything or blow up anything or do anything particularly great. So also, if somehow they do break this, then water will fall and they get sand and TNT in here again, then it'll just work like a water wall again, so there's no way they can get into it at all. So that's pretty much that, and that's why there's 2 layers to show that off. So anyway, that's pretty much this thing in action, and let's actually get on with the tutorial. So now onto the tutorial, and this one is going to be a relatively simple one because 1, there is actually no real dimensions. The only thing you have to worry about is that if you're making a second layer, it has to be 3 blocks above the previous one, unless you want to have it 2 and use a ton more water. And you only have to use building blocks and water source blocks, so you will have no excuse not to build this wall, because unless you're constricted on space, because you can literally pick up any cobble, anything like that, and just use that as your wall. So I would actually recommend cobble though, because it is stronger than most other stuff. So anyway, to get this started, you pretty much just want to make a little rigid shape that is anywhere the amount of blocks along, and then we're going to make it like a staircase shape because this is going to be a 45-degree angle. So you just want to go along and create a giant staircase shape like so, going up and up and up, and you can make this as high as you want, preferably as high as your base. And if you are building this, I would recommend not using a giant base unless you actually have a giant faction base and you need the actual space, then you can. But if you're using this just for a vault or something, use it for a small vault and make this as a relatively small wall, because it still will be really useful. It's just, it's not the world's best or most space efficient wall. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So after that, all you want to do is just continue building up, and then you want to come along here like so. So now we're actually going to be building the second layer, and if you are not going to be building then one more layer, which I would highly not recommend, then you can just watch this or skip or something. It'll only be for a quick second, but all you want to do is pretty much just repeat the same layer, and the only reason I'm doing this is so we can put the side guards in, so I can explain those. So you just want to create your second layer, and I would actually highly recommend this, because if they do get through your first rule, they're going to have to deal with the water problem, and that's quite a big deal. So now that you've built your actual thing like this, you're now going to want to put guards on the side, which is going to be on the bottom side to fill up all the gaps on the side, and then on the top one it's going to be you just need to place a block like this and a block like this, and that's because when water is on at this height, it has got nothing that can fall onto except down here. So now I've just put in all the barriers, so as you can see I've just replaced it with glass so it's transparent so you can see what's happening. So I've just filled up all the gaps, placed it at the back here and down the very front, and on the top layer I've made the same thing except it's only one high, so that is really nice and quite simple to build. So it's a really easy and simple repeating pattern. Also, if you are building this, I'd recommend you put another wall here, whatever wall you like, as long as it's another wall, just so they can't get above here or on top of this or through this or anything like that, even though it's probably going to make more problems than good for them anyway. So the next thing you want to do is you just want to destroy what you've already made, which is sort of sad, and place on the top block here, and the reason you don't want to place it on the bottom is so it can reach every single block. And then what this will do is it will create this effect where it's just flowing down, and as you can see, if we destroy a block, like let's say destroy that one, water will then flow out and will be 100 times harder for them to actually get into the thing. So after you've done that, you've placed the water in there, and now you just want to do the same thing, except you just want to place it on the top block here. Of course, if you want to make like 10 more layers or something, you just want to repeat this bottom design here. So as you can see, this thing's actually really simple to build, but it is really useful, as you can see. So anyway, that's pretty much this stuff. So that's pretty much this all done. So as you guys know, at the moment I'll be pretty much 10 feet into my books if I'm not already in exam in the hall right now if you're watching this, because I'll have them all week through, and this video will be uploaded in the middle of the week. So hopefully you guys can still enjoy it, not having to worry about me being stuck in a hall room while I'm just filling out paper like I'm just nothing. Honestly, exams are so stressful and so frustrating and just hard and time consuming, and if you're not doing exams or too young to do exams, be grateful that you're not doing them, and if you are past exams, be grateful as well, because yeah, that's pretty much it. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like, and if you really loved it, then hit that subscribe button, because you'll see 2 videos a week, one like this and one a TNT Cannon. But anyway, goodbye from TNT Madness.